Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to rangetech.ca, Precision Rifle Canada. It is a beautiful sunny morning here in British Columbia. We're in the lower mainland, and we're going to shoot again across this canyon. We were hoping to shoot uphill, but I don't think I'm going to get good enough footage for you guys shooting into the sun. So what brings me out today to our tailgate party, and I think that's what we're going to start calling these things, is the new Modular Evolution Bipod. This comes straight out of Utah, and this is a carbon fiber bipod system. But first, let's do a little history lesson here and talk about the traditional bipods that most people are familiar with. So this is a Harris bipod that we have here, and everybody's familiar with this. Spring-loaded legs, spring-loaded arms. You've got a fixed position at roughly 90 degrees. This is an S-type, so we've got the swivel. I've replaced this platform once. The weld actually fatigued and cracked, but I do a lot of shooting, so it's actually held up really well. So this bipod's about 5 or 6 years old, and so I'm not knocking Harris for that. Problems I've run into, however, are things like fitting this bipod to the bottom of railed rifles, such as my Modular Driven Technologies chassis. Now, Modular Driven Technology is a different company from Modular Evolution. Modular Evolution, again, is out of Utah. Modular Driven Technologies is up north here. Both North American companies, and really happy to support both of them. This is, another El Cheapo bipod. We actually found this up in the woods. My son spotted it one day when we were hunting. And, you've got a range of adjustment, no spring load. This is like pretty much as cheap as you can go. But it has a rail adjustment, which is stronger and works better with railed systems than the Harris does. However, this thing flip-flops all over the place. You've got no stability. You've got no friction to hold it in place. Now, you also have systems out there, such as hog saddles and stuff like that, that you can use to attach your rifle to a bipod or to a tripod with. However, you're talking, roughly a box about this big, solid machined aluminum, and you've got something that weighs close to a pound there. It takes a lot of space up in your backpack. Now, there's times and places for those systems. In my backpack for hunting, I don't need that system. I want something that can do everything. Again, like the reason I chose the Modular Driven Technologies chassis, it works with systems like I'm about to show you here. So let's get the bipod out. I know you're all waiting, and let's talk about that. So here she is. Let's have a quick look. You've got your quick detach system, spring-loaded, real sturdy system. You have your quick adjustments. You can do anything from straight forward to straight back. You can run your legs at different angles if you want to, and I'm going to show you where that really comes into play. You end up shooting off a lot of awkward positions when you're up in the mountains, especially if you're taking a shot at harvesting an animal. You want something that's going to work in every position possible. Now, I've got these legs set up with the rubber feet. These are great. They provide some significant dampening. But even better is the fact that these carbon fiber legs, by their very nature, provide dampening. So you're going to have less resonance. This is going to be more like the equivalent of shooting off of a sandbag compared to shooting off your aluminum-legged bipods. So if you heard that click just a second ago, if you watch and listen and look at these legs, and that's so that they don't rotate on you. And they're really good at clicking into place. So you pop it down, give it a turn, snaps into place. Ah, man, my bipod fell apart. What the heck? This thing's brand new. And, oh wait, it's fixed. There you go. So right now we have the larger size of the shorter bipod legs, and in about 2 seconds I'm going to show you how this can be used to set up with sitting or kneeling. All right, so now we have the sitting or kneeling legs. Again, carbon fiber. They're absolutely beautifully made. They weigh next to nothing. And this is going to replace your shooting sticks because this does everything. These things extend to nearly 29 inches. And on the end of these, I have attached their really smart spiked feet. These things are sharp. Now, normally if you're shooting off a hard surface, such as a rocky area, you're going to have some resonance. You're going to have some vibration that's going to set up from the tripod being on that or from the bipod, excuse me, being on that rough terrain. But with this, with the carbon fiber leg, again, that's going to tone down that vibration and provide you with a more stable shooting position. So these just quick attach to the bottom of these stubs, and if it doesn't engage when you first put that on, give it a click and it locks into those little grooves that I showed you. That's meant so that the legs don't rotate. Really easy system to use. Again, you've got your pivot. That like any other S-type bipod, gives you a pretty good range of motion there. Actually, I'm limiting myself because I've got the legs in the up position. So I'll go. So we've got a lot of rotation there. They've milked every bit out of this that they can. So with this quick detach system, if you have say a 6-inch rail on the bottom of your gun, you'll be able to attach this wherever you want. And as you're fine-tuning positions, you're shooting in awkward positions, that comes in really handy. So let's grab the gun and let's grab the rifle and show you how this attaches. So give me a second here. All right, I'm back. Open our quick release here, and it's a little awkward off the ground here. I'm making it look more difficult than it is. All right, and we're locked in. How's that for a shooting position? Let's turn this camera around and you can have a better look at this. So we're right up in the air. Now we can sit back, shoot whatever position we want. So say I was shooting downhill off of something, I can set up in just a couple of seconds, and I am ready to go. Load up into the bipods a bit, or into the legs a little bit. So normally, if I was using a set of rubber legs or a Harris, I'd never ever be able to do this. If I had a shooting stick, that would be wobbling back and forth here. If I'm shooting off of uneven terrain, well, look at that, I just adjusted. And I am like super stable shooting off of this, like so. The bipod system, the Terminator brake, the most effective muzzle brake in the world, the most pleasant to shoot. My kids shoot this gun. I have, or all my rifles actually. My kids even shoot my 338 Leupold Magnum, which has T3, and which is going to get a Terminator TA brake. But back to the bipod system. There's one other thing we need to. Well, there's more than one other thing we need to talk to or show you with this system. I'm going to undo my sling here. Just move that down into the middle, reattach it, and then I have a tripod. And I'm going to show you how quickly we can attach this to the tripod. So we're going to take our legs off. We're going to throw it down onto our Condor sniper mat here. And we're going to grab our tripod. You guys can all see that. Okay, so for this part, we're actually going to take the hub of the bipod off, and we're going to move it back a little bit, lock it in place. All done. No drama there. And we're going to drop this onto the legs. Now, this is Modular Evolution's tripod adapter. Whoops, and I missed it. Is on. Locks in place with the cotter pin keeper. And yeah, we're away to the races. And I know I've been getting questions about how I adapt to a tripod to shoot. So this is Manfrotto's actual head, and you can buy these things separately from the Manfrotto tripods. So let's go ahead and engage that. And I'm going to move you guys around a little bit here. Sorry about all the jostling. But I do want to kind of get across the point how easy this system is to use. So again, I've showed you this hillside I have down here. Now I can just set up, scan my hillside to say if I did have opportunity to harvest a deer. You know, I'm ready to go. And say if I had higher trees or I had brush in front of me, I now have the option of shooting over top of everything. So all this from one system, and really, you know, it's a combination of stuff, but the bipod, the Evolution bipod really makes everything possible. And everybody, like, they're pretty dear in price. However, they're also replacing everything from your shooting sticks to your adapter for your tripod. Now, you're doing everything with this system. So in actual fact, you're saving yourself about 60% over buying everything separately. This system is way faster than all of it. It weighs a heck of a lot less, and the advantages of the material choices are huge. Now, they are coming out with an aluminum leg version for those of you that are spooked on carbon fiber. I am personally going to stick with the carbon fiber. This is a phenomenal way to go. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it's so good at dampening vibration.